What's up, guys? Happy New Year. Happy 2020. For those of you who are like, Kat, we are almost 3 weeks into the new year. You're a little late. I know, and I apologize. I wanted to get a video up sooner, but a little story time. First of all, I hope your new year was better than mine because let's just say I had a little too much fun on New Year's Eve and I ended up passing out with my contacts on. I fell asleep with my contacts on. Okay, I didn't pass out. I fell asleep with them on. I was too lazy to take them off. And I woke up New Year's Day with my eyes pretty irritated. Thought I was gonna pass. Come January 2nd, my eye had a full-blown just irritation, borderline, like you can get a blister on your eyeball. I don't know if you guys know that, and it's very, very painful. I've had this happen to me before, again, due to my contacts. It's been years though. And I knew exactly what was going on as soon as I felt the pain, and I literally could not even open my eyes. I had been stuck with my glasses for past over a week already, but finally things have cleared up. I am good. Had it not been for that, this video would have gone up a lot sooner because I kind of posted that I was gonna film it, and then boom, all this happened. But anyways, that was my New Year's. Hopefully yours was better. This video is going to be something that has been long overdue, and a lot of you have been asking for it. It is going to be what is in my kit, what is in my makeup artist kit. I'm going to show you guys how I travel with my products, what products I use, how I keep things organized. I've been doing this for almost 6 years, and you definitely get to fine tune your process, what products you like. I do have one of these already up on my channel, but it is very outdated. I believe it's literally years old. So a lot has changed. Surprisingly, some products and things have stayed the same because they are just tried and true. But for the most part, techniques have changed, products have been swapped out. I found maybe better ways to do things. So I'm here to show you guys exactly all that good stuff. Also, I was really planning on filming this a lot sooner. I had actually found time after the whole holiday madness, after Christmas, to clean out my kit. I actually did a really huge overhaul of things that I no longer really felt was needed in my kit, and I kind of just was carrying for literally no reason. And I got a chance to really deep clean my kit, organize it and all that. It was so pretty. It still is. I'm actually very proud of myself keeping it nice and organized. For the most part, it always is, but things get crazy. And yeah, I don't know about you guys, but December is always my craziest month. Not only is it busy business-wise, but it's just crazy because of all the holiday and family things we have going on. And when you're married, it becomes even more hectic because you have to accommodate both families. But now that it's all over, had it not been for my eye infection thing, this video would have gone up probably a week ago. But here we are now. Point is, we're getting it done, and I'm so excited to show you guys what's in this bad boy that I have back over here behind me. So without further ado, let's jump into it. So I'm gonna move it out of the way. Probably not a very flattering angle, but who cares? Okay, hello. This is why YouTube life is funny, because you would think, oh, her outfit's nice, but I'm just wearing slides. Anyways, so this is a little corner in my beauty room that I work out of, and this is where I have my kit. You can see over there and over here a little bit. And so this is the station where my clients take a seat at. You guys can see there. And anyways, back over here on this corner. Shout out though to my husband. He bought me this neon sign. You guys remember I had another little marquee sign that had that saying, just a line from Mean Girls, but I think it's so fitting for a beauty room. And he surprised me with that. I had no idea for Christmas, so I love it. So before we jump into my kit, everything that's in there and over here a little bit on this corner, I wanted to just point out something that's very helpful in case you guys find discomfort when you're working, is you need to purchase a nice little mat that is cushioned. It helps me a lot, especially because I have tile in my room, and staying on our feet is basically the #1 discomfort that we experience, at least for me. A lot of people always ask me, do your arms get tired? And it's no, my arms really don't get tired, but my feet and my back is a different story. So anyways, let's get a little closer look into my kit. First of all, I want to show you guys the train case I use. It is from NYX. I will list which one it is, but this one is absolutely it does what I need it to do, and it's just been the best purchase I've made in a long time. If you guys have been with me for a while, you guys know that I had the Graftobian train case, and it was so good to me for so many years. I don't know if they make it anymore, which was one of the reasons why I ended up buying this one, because not only was I long overdue for one, but I found that I wasn't able to find it anymore. So we'll get into like what's on top of all that good stuff right there, but I just kind of want to show you guys a close up here. So what I like about this train case is that it has two compartments. It has the bottom piece, which the top can completely come off, and then you can attach the other train case on here on top. So it makes it very easy. So when I have to travel to clients, all I do is just fold this all up and literally just stick it on there. It snaps on, secures. It has wheels, which my Graftobian one didn't. I literally had to carry that thing everywhere. But this one has wheels, so it's super easy to just take with me. And yeah, so that's the train case. But now let's get into what's inside the train case. Oh. Okay, you guys, so here we go. So first off, I just want to mention why I personally like this train case so much. The main reason why I decided to purchase this train case is because for me, I need to have something where everything can fold out and everything can fold back in, and there is no mess of having to lay everything out on a table or unzip a bunch of bags. To each their own. I know there's makeup artists out there who do that, and that's great. I'm just gonna move my light. But for me, I know myself, I know I tend to get maybe like nervous or feel pressed for time if I'm taking up too much time doing something other than makeup. So this was just the fastest solution and like the fastest kind of setup that I have in order to just set up quickly and then get right to the makeup. And then literally everything has its home. I'll show you guys each compartment, what's in there, and basically how I organize my kit. All of this stays the same. There is no like, oh, let me take something out and I'm just putting things back randomly. Like, no, I could probably grab for stuff in here blindfolded because I just know where it's at in my kit. So that's how we do it. All right, so let's start off with over here on these panels. So this is what I like to call my like eye panels. So basically what you have over here is I like to carry around a bundle of some of my favorite liners, which include liquid and pencils. Basically you have a lot of the Urban Decay 24/7 eyeliners. My number one favorite liquid liner that dries super matte, which I get asked about a lot, is the Balm Schwing liquid liner. And then another one is a felt tip one from Benefit, which is their roller liner, which has made, I don't even know if I'm in frame, which has made doing eyeliner really easy as well. So just in case I was out of frame. Schwing is my favorite liquid matte, and 24/7 Hour pencils by Urban Decay are my favorite pencils. And then I carry some other randos just in case, you know, some fun colors, some nude liners, stuff like that. And of course, I like to bind everything with rubber bands because I want them all together. I don't want them all floating around. So next, what we have over here is our dip brows. So I love working with dip brows. This is my liner. I'll get into that later. But I love Anastasia dip brows. They're my favorite pomades to use. I do carry just a few staple colors. I don't suggest trying to carry like everything of something unless it's foundation. But for brows, you can get away with some pretty universal colors. So what I recommend is at least carry taupe, at least soft brown, and at least dark brown. I have in here ebony and chocolate just in case, but I really would probably, if anything, I maybe would buy one more, but this would be all the ones that I would feel safe and confident with. Here we have my favorite liner. This is the Inglot, well, liner at the moment. This one kind of gets switched out here and there. This is the Inglot AMC 77 gel liner. It's super black, super creamy, easy to work with. I do get a lot of complaints, or not complaints, I do get a lot of people asking me how I work with this liner because it dries out easily on them. If that's a problem you're having, one is make sure you are not poking holes in the middle of the liner. Make sure you are working off the edges so you don't create air pockets, which can help, which can cause the product to dry out. So work around the edges. If that's not working for you, and if you're having the same problem with your dip brows, I highly, highly recommend investing in the Inglot Duraline. This will help just kind of get the products nice and creamy again. So highly, highly recommend this. And then over here we have eye cream, very important. I feel like if you don't moisturize people's under eyes, your concealer can look a little dry. And then again, with the rubber bands, we have our brow gels. I carry different colors, again, to kind of just staple. I love the CoverGirl Easy Breezy Brows. So we have a dark, and then a medium and a light, and then a few more that I have still from Milk that I'm trying to just finish. And then a clear one is a staple as well. And then we have our tools. We have a regular eyelash curler, a mini one, which I highly recommend. This one was from a brand called Reveal Beauty. I don't know if they're still around or not, but I'm sure people have copied them, so definitely look for it. I carry around this type of lash grabber just in case. I do have a spatula just in case I need to scoop out products from anything. Coarse sharpener. And then this guy right here. This is my glitter adhesive from NYX, which is one of my favorites that I've used for so long. So here in our second level, I carry more eye products. This is called the eye panel. So these are disposable mascara wands, which you absolutely need, you know, because they're very important. And then I like to carry, of course, a mascara that I love. And then I have this from L'Oreal Paris. This is just like a mascara booster to help lengthen shorter lashes. And then tools, again, scissors to cut your lashes, and of course, tweezers. Again, these are actually the ones I like to use to help place lashes on. These came one time with Lily lashes that I had ordered, and I just stuck with them ever since. Current lash glue I'm using is, I know this looks ugly, but you know how lash glue gets. This is from Kiss. It is their lash adhesive, one of my favorites. And then here I carry fun little glitters. Honestly, these from Pixi are some of the best that I've used. They're so easy to work with. Personally, you guys, I don't like working with loose glitter a whole lot. So these liquid glitters are one of my favorites. They have just the right amount of shine, they dry fast, and you're not gonna run into the whole mess. If you must, I do carry a few other loose pigments and glitters that I know are, you know, common. Another thing too is like know your market. I don't carry like every eyeliner color. You don't see like neons and colorful stuff in my kit because I mainly do bridal, I mainly do soft glam, I mainly do quinceañeras. It's very rare if I'm going to do something very out of the box for a client. And if it is, it's usually for a photo shoot and the photographer has already gave me a heads up of what they're looking for. And then I'll just make sure to pack all that good stuff to make sure I have everything that I need. So now we're going to switch over to this panel, and this is kind of what I call like, we're getting into like the face. So pick this up a little bit. Okay, so here we have, these are my favorite liquid illuminizer enhancers. These are the MAC Hyper Real foundation tints. You add these to your foundation for a nice subtle glow. I carry this primer just in case, and I say just in case because if you don't remember from my last video, I mentioned that I've ditched primer. I've ditched primer for basically myself and for most of my clients as well, which I'll get into that later. And then I carry these concealers from Bare Minerals. They are super full coverage, and these are really good for any acne spots, any discolorations that are very severe. They cover things right up. I like to carry some hair clips just in case I need to push someone's hair back. I like to carry a little puff so I don't mark when I'm doing liner or the brows, because I usually will put it on my pinky and I rest this side of my hand on someone's face once they already have foundation on. And then I do carry lip balms because, hello, sometimes people's lips are really dry, and if you're gonna put lipstick on that, you need to make sure they're moisturized. And then I do have two other little primers. This is a pore smoothing one from Tarte. Again, just in case. So, just because I've pretty much ditched primers, I know that not everyone has, and some people feel confident with primer. So, moving down to the next level is where we have our powders of highlighters and bronzers and a little contouring goodies. So here again with the rubber bands, I'm telling you guys, I like everything just kept together. So I have my favorite concealers that I use for contouring with creams, and then I have my favorite color correctors from LA Girl. And then here I carry two different highlighters. These are new ones, or not new, I actually don't know how new they are, but I just got sent these recently from Benefit. It's the Tickle and Cookie. I do carry my Anastasia Amrezy because she's a staple, and then I have a CoverGirl one in here. Products like these, I tend to switch out every now and then just to rotate my stuff. And then I have my bronzers over here. You want to have bronzers for every skin tone. This is the Oscar
bronzer from Benefit. This is really good for fairer skin tones. This one's from MAC. It is their sun-soaked strip next to nothing bronzer, which is really good for basically almost all skin tones. And then I have a deeper bronzer. This is Gram E from the Balm as well. And this one is a very deep one for darker skin tones. Now going into the center of my kit, which looks empty, but it's gonna have things pushed off to the side just in case, but I will show you what is in there. So basically what we have in here are palettes that I use for the face. You're gonna have your contouring palettes. I have 2 from MAC in here. And then, ooh, didn't mean for that to be loud. And then we have our blush palette from Morphe. And then my brow palette from Anastasia. So in case that the dip brow, is not working out, I have all colors in here. And then off to the sides, I have different goodies pushed off. I'll start with this. So my favorite concealers are no longer the Tarte Tape Shape. As you can see, I'm phasing them out. You guys, I have now switched over to the CoverGirl True Blend, which is my favorite concealer, and I do carry multiple shades. I'm not going to say which the ones I have, but basically you do want to carry shades that are going to be suitable for most skin tones, if not all, and just make sure you have a good range. I also carry powders in here, and again, there's just various powders that I find that are essential. So I love the Coty Airspun, which is just another staple. This one's a translucent extra coverage, so it's good for most skin tones. But in case that you have someone that's of a deeper skin tone, I have been using the CoverGirl True Blend Minerals. This one is the yellow tinted one. I think it's called Banana. So for more of a yellow tint, you're gonna wanna use something like this. And then for fairer skin tones, I have the Ben Nye Fair, which is just my favorite of all time. It just brightens everything up beautifully. Now going on to some skin prep, I have moisturizers in here as well. So this is kind of where the whole ditching primer aspect came into play. I just started reading up more about how primers just aren't necessary all the time, and that if you have a really good prepped skin base, you can skip the primer. So I started kind of just playing around with things in my kit, and I found that when I tone and moisturize someone's skin suitable to their skin type, their skin is just like the perfect base for makeup already. And so far I haven't had any complaints. So, and I do this on myself as well. So I carry the Fresh Rose Hydration face cream. This is a very heavy moisturizer. So if you have an extremely dry skin client, this one's good. As well as a new addition, because I saw some really great reviews on this. This is the Super Rich Moisturizer from Bliss. And I even tried it on myself because I do like to test things out. And this one actually worked really, really well for me. And that's because I'm on the oilier side. I would only use this at night, not for makeup. But for those who are drier, this would be a good prep for makeup. And then I carried this one for those that are like me, that are oily to combo. And this is the Bliss Watermelon Water Jelly Hydrator. So it's water-based and it's perfect for oilier skin types. Then on this side, I just have some cotton pads or cotton rounds that I like to carry for my toner, which I'll also show. And when I want to be extra luxurious, I have these Mary Kay Hydrogel eye patches. These are awesome. And basically, I will use these on my bridal clients whenever I'm going to be doing their eyeshadow. And it just really preps the under eye nicely. And it's just relaxing for them too. And it makes them feel like a little bit more pampered. And then up here, I just have my Neutrogena face makeup remover wipes, and I carry around my makeup remover, my brush cleaner. This is the Cinema Secret. So this is one thing that, again, if you've been with me for a while, you'll know that this came out in my first ever makeup kit tour. I still use it to this day. I have yet to find a makeup brush cleaner that's better than this. So this is just my travel bottle. I do buy the big 32 ounce refillable or backup bottle to refill this one. And then I just carry around some alcohol to disinfect things. And then a makeup sponge, this is a little makeup carrier. But this sponge is from Shop Miss A. If you guys have not seen this website, I actually don't even know if I should be sharing this information because I don't want them to ever sell out. But they carry, don't mind the powder on here, they carry makeup sponges Literally, you guys, the sponge is so, so good. It is probably better than some of the top competitors, maybe some of the top brands for sponges. And it's literally $1 a sponge. So if you want to save yourself some money, check them out. Now moving up to my brushes. One of the things I love about this brush holder that I use is that it keeps my brushes very nice and organized, and I can't begin to tell you how many photographers have taken pictures or put this like in a video clip for their bridal clients. A lot of my bridal clients, you know, when we're getting them ready, the last finishing touches of makeup, photographers usually come in just to get those shots. And every photographer is like, oh, that's an awesome shot, like to see all the brushes lined up like that. So I'm curious to see how many like times my makeup brushes have come out in someone's wedding photos, because it's probably a lot. But this is from Brushfolio. If you guys don't know, Priscilla Ono, she's the makeup artist for Rihanna and Fenty, and she came out with this brush holder, and it is basically genius. So you have a slot for, if you need more brushes than this, I think you might be doing too much, but I feel like it has enough slots to carry enough brushes that every makeup artist would need. And so up here we have our face brushes because the openings are bigger, so of course it fits bigger handles. And then down here we have our eye brushes. I'm not gonna go through all my brushes because that's just way too much, but if you guys do want a detailed, like what brushes I use, then let me know in the comments. And then behind my brushes, I have resting like on this other top part, some palettes. I do carry other palettes in one of my drawers here nearby in case, but these are the ones I like to kind of keep on hand. This is the James Charles Morphe, the Hit the Lights, and then I like to carry the 35F from Morphe. These palettes are the type of palettes where I would be confident, like if I like only took one of these, I would be okay. Like I could definitely create a nice glam look with one of them. So, but there's definitely things about each one that I just really, really love. So moving on to over here, this is a little caboodle that I got from Target. It's from Sonia Kashuk, and this is where I keep all of my lipsticks. I love it because it has all these slots for my lip liners, which I make sure to carry a good range. I have some of my favorites like MAC Soar, Night Moth, someone from Kim K that's just my absolute favorites, her Nude 2. But you want to carry a nice shade range. You don't need every which color, but I like to just carry enough to create ombre looks and to match lipsticks that I have. And then the lipsticks, of course, again, because I'm crazy, I have them all bundled in rubber bands, and they're all bundled together by color. So I have all my nudes, all my bolds, all my glosses, and all of my bullets. So it's really easy to just keep here on my vanity. And then when I need to take my stuff with me, I just take it and throw it into the bottom part of my train case, which is up next. An optional thing that I carry sometimes, but I don't like to use because I just feel like it looks like not cute, is a cape. But I will use it in case a client has to come already dressed in her attire because we're pressed for time. So it's good to have one of those on hand just in case, but if not, I mean, you can always use a towel. Okay, so this top part, you're probably wondering like why this random box is sitting on top of here, but this is, it comes with the train case, and it's it sits on the inside. There's like two metal brackets that this will rest on, but this is where I like to keep all of my powders and my foundations. So I have all the foundation powders from Bare Minerals, which they're one of my favorites. They go on beautifully, but they don't look dry. And then for foundation, again, if you've been following me, I use the Milani Conceal and Perfect. As you can see, something happened. I don't know. I saw these at Target. They had a clearance sticker. I don't know if that means that they're going to be discontinuing this or if they're updating the packaging. We will see, but just in case, and because I was running out of certain shades, I had to go ahead and purchase. So a good backup foundation, personally, I love this foundation almost just as much, if not the same, just because, I'm only saying almost because I haven't worked with it as much as the Milani. But the Maybelline Superstay is a really, really good one as well. This, I've been working like with the bottles like this for a long time. I'm actually in the works of switching over a different system, which I'll show you guys in a minute. But first, I just kind of want to show you how I've been doing this. But the new way might actually save me a little bit of space, and it's probably going to be a lot more, it's going to take out weight from my kit. I also like to keep a roll of masking tape. You're probably like, what the hell, why? But just in case a client wants that really sharp winged out eyeshadow, you know, I just don't want to,
deal with being so, wasting time on being so clean with the look, this just, you know, tape their eye, you know the drill of the tape trick. And then back here I have my favorite makeup setting spray, which is the Urban Decay All Nighter, which is staple. It's been a staple in my kit forever. And then this is the toner that I was telling you guys about. This is the Bliss Watermelon. I love this toner as well. Another favorite of mine, if not this one, is the Pixie Glow Tonic. And then this is the Neutrogena Ultra Sheer Body Mist Sunscreen, which I use on my bridal clients on their décolleté. Shout out to Scott Barnes for throwing that tip out when he did Tati's video. And then I like to carry a couple of packs of gum. For myself, I'm sorry, but I don't like it. I don't like to give my clients gum only because they usually will start chewing, and if I have to rest my hand while like doing their liner or something, I feel uncomfortable telling them to not chew. It's just weird. But if you do want to carry something for your clients, you can always carry mints, but I would not recommend giving your clients gum just because of that, you know, aspect. And then this is a new purchase. I've had it for a few months already, but you guys haven't seen it. This is a little mini, it's called an air conditioner, but it's basically a fan. And basically I like to use this to help speed up the drying time of lashes, and it's helped a bunch. And you just charge it with a USB, so you don't have to worry about batteries. And then when it comes to the bottom part of the train case, what I keep in there is basically just like things that I can't pack, which is gonna be like, not that I can't pack, but extra things I need to pack that doesn't have a home in the train case. The one that I just showed you, that's the one that goes on top. So basically what goes in here are gonna be paper towels. I have a little handheld mirror, which is really cute because it was also from NYX that I got one time they had sent to me. And I just think it's perfect because it matches my train case. What else? My lipsticks, extra palettes, my lashes. And yeah, so I'll show you guys the lashes that I use. So I offer two different types of packages, but usually for the most part, when it comes to softer looks, not so dramatic, you can't go wrong with Ardell Demi Wispies. I am in the works of trying other things out though, but for the most part, this is always just a classic staple. And then when I have bridal clients, I use the Tati mink lashes. These are the Mitchell style. They're very full. Don't usually use these on brides, but just as an example of what mink lashes I like to use on my clients. And I recommend Tati because they do offer a pro discount. Basically, it's just a bulk discount. So when you buy 20 or more, you get everything half off. So that's super good. Or not, I don't know if it's half, but it's like almost half. I think it's like 40%. And then as promised, I was going to show you guys the ring light that I use. So this is the ring light that I use. It's from Amazon. What I've noticed is that, because I've bought in like 3 ring lights at this point, but what I've noticed is that they all basically are the same and they all do the same things. So literally you could just look up ring light. And I use the warmer filter in my ring light because I just like that warm glow, more like a sun kiss type of golden hour, if you will. So I used to use obviously the cooler light, but one day I just decided to switch it up and I really like the result. And that's basically it. I'm going to show you guys the little foundation hack that I kind of discovered, which shout out to my best friend. She actually was the one who showed me this, but let me show you really quick. Okay, so you can see obviously these are all the foundation bottles. You guys know that almost all foundation bottles are made of glass. You get 1 fluid ounce, but it starts to add up, and glass is heavy. So the weight of this is pretty freaking heavy. Also, what I don't like is that some of these, especially the Milani foundation, it's really hard to get all the product out because it's a thick foundation. So as you start to get to the bottom of the tube, it's hard to get what's left on the edges, and I have to literally be scraping at it, and I just wanted something that was gonna save me space and again, actually just save my back because this just became really heavy. So my friend passed this on, she put me on to this TikTok video that she came across, and I thought, wow, that's genius. So this girl talked about these tubes that she got from Amazon, and basically these hold about a half fluid ounce. So you're literally gonna be able to put half of a foundation bottle, if not like maybe a little bit less than half, but half of a foundation bottle in these, which are made of plastic. And they have that type of pump that's like a vacuum seal thing. So as you pump out the product, this bottom part begins to rise and it's scraping all the edges. So there's literally like minimal waste of product, because sometimes it's so hard for me to get product out of these bottles that I end up just throwing away like a decent amount of product. But if I can put it in here and make sure I use the product and keep it sanitary and in a bottle, then it's worth me scraping out the edges of this just to transfer into this. So, and you guys, it's freaking light. Like, these are so lightweight. So I started transferring all the foundation into these bottles. They're reusable, so you only need to buy them once. And yeah, like, this is gonna just add, or this is gonna take off so much weight into my kit, which I'm really excited about. I haven't like actually used it yet, as far as like, oh yeah, I've worked with clients with this, but as soon as I do and I get my full opinion, I'll let you guys know if this was like the way like you need to go. And so that basically wraps up this kit tour. I am so glad I finally got to do this. I know you guys have been wanting this for like a long time. But I also just feel really proud of myself for like really decluttering my makeup kit and just really fine tuning the products that I truly use and need over the years, because I think what put me off, or what had me put off making this video, was that I remember the last time I did it, I felt like it was just so much and I just wasn't in the mood to go through all that. But I now realize I filmed that video way at the beginning of my career, and I think when you're starting off, especially in this type of field, you feel like you need like every product out there because you're so afraid that you're going to be unprepared for a client. But now I'm just like, I know what I know and I know what I need, and yeah, so I feel good about fine-tuning that. So that wraps up this video. I'll list everything down below that I can list or that I feel is worth listing. If you guys have any questions for me, let me know in the comments, and please give this video a thumbs up, subscribe if you enjoy, and you can follow me on my socials. I'll also list in the description box, but that's it for now. Bye guys.